Wow, so glad to be with you. We're going to look at chapter 4 of the book of John, one of my favorite chapters, because this is a picture of every single one of us. We fit the place of the Samaritan woman, which is outside of the realm of God until we meet Jesus. And once we meet Jesus, we get inside of the realm of God, and that takes away all of the retribution that's against us. This is Christ witnessing to the woman at the well. Verse 1, when therefore the Lord knew how the Pharisees had heard that Jesus made and baptized more disciples than John, though Jesus himself baptized none but his disciples, he left Judea and departed again unto Galilee. And as he must needs to go through Samaria, then cometh he to a city of Samaria, which is called Sychar, near to the parcel of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph. Then Jacob's well was there. Jesus, therefore, being weary with his journey, sat thus on the well, and it was about the 6th hour. And there came a woman of Samaria draw water, and Jesus saith unto her, Give me to drink. For his disciples were gone away unto the city to buy meat. Then saith the woman of Samaria unto him, How is it that thou, being a Jew, askest a drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. Jesus answered and said unto her, Thou knowest, if thou knewest the gift of God, and whom it is that thou sayest to thee, Give me to drink, thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. Wow. Verse 11, the woman saith unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then hast thou that living water? Art thou greater than our fathers Jacob, which gave us this well, and drank thereof himself, and his children, and his cattle? And Jesus answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up unto everlasting life. We read again that narration in 6 and 35 through 58, in 7 and 38, and in 1 John 5 and 20. And the woman saith unto him, Sir, give me the water, that I thirst not, never come hither to draw. And Jesus saith unto her, Go call thy husband, and come hither. And the woman answered and said unto him, I have no husband. Jesus saith unto her, Thou hast said well, I have no husband. For thou hast had 5 husbands, and he whom thou hast now is not thy husband. And that saith thou truly. Verse 18, by the way, that is the verse for you and I, that we get out here and we talk to people. We should not condemn people who are living in sin. We should help to correct them without condemnation. And this is what Jesus is doing right here. He's helping this woman without condemning her. And the woman saith unto him, Sir, I perceive thou art a prophet. Of thy fathers worshipped in this mountain, and ye say that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. Jesus saith unto her, Woman, believest me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain, yet or at Jerusalem worship the Father. Ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Verse 25, And the woman saith unto him, I know the Messiah cometh, which is called Christ. He is come, and he will tell us all things. Jesus saith unto her, I that speak unto thee am he. What about that? He's revealing to a Samaritan woman himself. Daniel 9:25, Matthew 26:63 through 64, Mark 14:61 and 62. Christ witnessed to the disciples, and upon him came the disciples, and marveled that he taught with a woman, yet no man said, What seekest thou, or why talkest thou with her? And the woman then left her water pots, went her way to the city, saith unto the men, Come and see a man, which told me all things that I ever did. Is not this the Christ? Now this is a Samaritan woman. She's half Jew and half a Samaritan. And then they went out of the city and came unto him. She went and told all the men, and they followed her, and they came. Each one of these men had had relations with this woman. They believed what she said, and she told the truth. She was not a liar, and she told the truth, and they came. And in the meanwhile, his disciples prayed him, saying, Master, eat. But he saith unto them, I have meat to eat that ye know not of. Therefore saith the disciples unto one another, Hath any man brought him out to eat? Jesus saith unto him, My meat is to do the will of him that sent me, and to finish his work. Say not ye, There are 4 months, and then come harvest. Because I say unto you, Lift up your eyes and look on the fields, for they are white already unto harvest. And he that reapeth receiveth wages, and gathereth fruit unto life eternal, that both he that soweth and he that reapeth may rejoice together. And herein is the saying true, One soweth and another reapeth. I sent you to reap that whereupon ye bestowed no labor. Other men labored, and ye are entered into the laborers. So Christ witnesses to this Samaritan woman. And many of the Samaritans of that city believed on him for the saying of the woman, which testify, He told me all I ever did. So when the Samaritans were come unto him, they besought him that he would tarry with them, and he abode there 2 days. That is an astounding thing, that Jesus stayed 2 days. No other Jew would go near the place, because these were half-breeds. These were people who were half Jew and half Samaritan. And so they would not go there. So Jesus stayed there 2 whole days. And many believed because of his own word. And said he unto the woman, Now we believe not because of thy saying, for we have heard him ourselves, and know that this indeed is the Christ, the Savior of the world. And this was a woman had power with the men. She told them something, and they believed her. Christ is revealed by the Galileans. Now after 2 days he departed thence and went to Galilee. But Jesus himself testified that a prophet hath no honor in his own country. Then when he was come unto Galilee, the Galileans received him, having seen all the things that he did at Jerusalem at the feast, for they also went unto the feast. Now Christ heals a nobleman's son. So Jesus came unto Canaan of Galilee, where he made the water into wine. And there was a certain nobleman whose son was sick at Capernaum. And when he had heard that Jesus was come of Judea unto Galilee, he went unto him, and besought him that he would come down and heal his son, for he was at the point of death. Verse 48, Jesus saith unto him, Except ye see signs and wonders, you will not believe. And the nobleman said unto him, Sir, I come down ere my child die. Jesus saith unto him, Go thy way, thy child liveth. And the man believed the word of Jesus had spoken unto him, and he went his way. And as he was now going down, his servants met him and told him, saying, Thy son liveth. Then he inquired of the time of the hour when he began to amend. And they said unto him, Yesterday, at the 7th hour, the fever left him. In Psalm 111 and verse 7, and Ezekiel 25, 12 and 25, you will see the narration of this going to happen. And so the father knew that it was at that same hour in the which Jesus said unto him, Thy son liveth, and himself believed, and his whole house. This is again the second miracle that Jesus did when he was come out of Judea unto Galilee. Wow. That is 54 verses read in 11 minutes with a little bit of narration of chapter 5 of the book of John. We will see you next time, right? Bye-bye.